Charles Davis with the call. Gentlemen.
Thank you, Larry. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the home of Super Bowl 50, Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Tonight, we've got the crew set for what should be a real treat, a great Monday night matchup between the Dallas Cowboys and the San Francisco 49ers. And hi again, everybody. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles...
If you take him away, maybe number 2, number 3, they make the big plays that impact who wins the game.
This is taken at the 3. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
And fisted the end with a short run.
Now back to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. There he goes left side. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown.
Knows the play, and it was over in a heartbeat.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he's got room. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You gonna let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge. It's all completion.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up first.
There's 3 on that one.
From the 1 back to the 4. They'll give it to him right up the gut. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. A great effort there. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the
linemen have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays. So on that last play, preventing a big gain.
Looking to throw, and he finds a man on the crossing route. 17 yards on the pickup. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. Give him 5 on the play there. And that leads to a San Francisco first down.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. His throw caught right around the 6. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where's the way to knock it down.
Back to throw. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Their dangerous wide receiver from 4 yards out. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route. Ordinarily, it's probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Now they go screen. It's complete. And some room to maneuver. And he's brought down after a good gain. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
And that was a beautifully executed screen pass. They let the rushers get upfield and get the escorts in front, meaning the offensive linemen, other blockers out in front, completed the pass beautifully.
They'll come out in the pistol. Now a handoff as they run left side. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 13. On play action, they'll throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they're trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
It's a 9-yard gap. Again, he'll drop to throw. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. They convert on third with a gain of 22.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time. Run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Throwing left side, it's complete. Touchdown, 49ers. A big play there, 43 yards. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well,
and on the ground they go with the running back. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 13 on the pickup there. And the Cowboys are going to get a first down.
Well, so much for him being bottled up throughout the day. Finally finds a way to break through and get a really nice gain. The defense had felt great about what they had going. Now they've got to turn their attention to getting it back in that guys and let him know that that receiver's crossing from your zone to the next zone. He's coming your way. Make sure you have him. And then when the ball is actually thrown, secure the tackle. When they're moving on crossing routes, if you miss a tackle.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th.
Well, we knew this guy wasn't especially fleet of foot, but he tried to conjure up some escapability, but there was no way he was getting away on that one. When you talk about throwing 2 touchdown passes, no one wants to see an interception thrown, but those things happen in the course of a ball game and over the course of the...
Coming up at halftime, Larry Ridley will join us from Orlando. He'll have highlights and analysis from our first half of play.
Well read.
Thank you. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. So good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley.
3 of them to the right side. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete.
Personal foul, face mask, defense.
Back to throw now on first down. Wide open receiver, complete. And now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he's going to be out of bounds down to the 25. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it now. The confidence is a lot of confidence.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he gets it. Back to throw again. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Their big-bodied receiver from 8 yards out. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game. And a little time left on the clock, so on the other side, they're thinking, gosh, we'd like to get that lead right back.
Yeah, thanks for pointing that out. Here I am going ahead and tapping out the first half.
Well,
there's still time.
To the late touchdown, it's a time ball game here heading to break. As we send you across the country to Orlando, standing by there, Larry Ridley.
All right, let's roll the highlights. After the INT, offense comes out now. This run will go off the left side, and this run goes for a touchdown, giving them an early lead. 49ers with the ball, end of the first. Middle of the field, the pass will be caught, and it's going to be caught for the touchdown. Now midway through the second, 49ers tied up at 7. Quick pass is complete, and this will go as a touchdown. That puts them up by a touchdown. Now to late in the first half, here we get a quick pass and completion, and this will go all the way for a touchdown. Cowboys tied up at 14. So that'll do it for us.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded at the 2. Ooh, with a juke. He won't go down. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to... Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's got some space here. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 45. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
Whenever we meet with coaches and they always talk about wanting to establish running the football, it's oftentimes with a good tight end who can control the line of scrimmage and the point of attack, and they're becoming hard to block, and they ran the ball successfully behind that power set.
And this is caught at the 20. Touchdown, Cowboys. Their dangerous wide receiver, 52 yards. And the Cowboys have broken the tie. And he showcased his blazing speed on that one.
Was he wearing football cleats or track spikes? Because he was gone. Big-time play, and just think about what that does if you're a receiver on the team with him. Well, that's got to open things up for you as
team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. This one taken from the 7. Now a hit and a loose football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And this is going to be brought back for a fumble return touchdown by the Cowboys. So they get the one-score kickoff, get a fumble, take it right back to the house. 2 quick touchdowns within a matter of about 10 seconds on the game clock.
It's like a big 1-2 punch that may lead to a knockout.
On in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go outside of the pocket. That they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense, because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket. Now, that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And down inside the 15 he goes. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, quick hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
He's going to get this one out to his fullback. 7 yards on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense, because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher.
Let's go! Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. It's a gain of 7, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
They gave
On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they pick
back-to-back running plays. I still remember my old coaches saying, after you've had some success, you better be careful. They might have an answer for you. So make sure you watch your keys, play your techniques, and don't get overconfident.
You're only 65. Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
And a two-score game obviously developed how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there because trying is one thing. We can second-guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize it is broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the first down on third down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. They do get 9, but it leads to fourth down.
So much about offense is...
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. 23 yards on the play.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds.
And defensively, not a real surprise there in the dime. Now they'll throw here out of the gun, finding time. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Needed 16, they got 17 on third down.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play. They'll look to throw here on first down. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. A great read and into the end zone. A pick six for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. And on that one, with 6 defensive backs, did he need to be more careful throwing the football? I mean, I guess obviously in hindsight he did, but...
Yeah, hindsight, but even in foresight, when you got 6 defensive backs on the field, you just know you're going to get multiple coverages. You're never sure what you're going to see. But the biggest one is you don't have much reaction time for your receivers to go get the
They'll try and throw for it. And he's got it. The conversion good, and we are tied in the fourth. Still time to work with on the clock, but they wanted the tie now, and they got it.
And I love their aggressiveness. Go ahead and get it done, get the game tied. Now your team has the momentum, and you're staring across the field saying, let's see if you can match us.
Defensively, after having time to talk it over. They'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open. DB for the 49ers now on third. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's got enough for the first. They'll look to throw again. And he will find his man on the outside. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. He'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. And his kick is indeed good. And the sideline celebrates as they have. Celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
That what do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you got to...
And quickly, they get to the line. Back to throw. Now a desperation. This is caught inside the 15. Niners, 41 yards. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.